kinds of blinds adventure off the water. So
we left calling it an adventure. I'm like, well, let's just do an adventure. We need an adventure. Let's just go for it.
Well,
whatever it is, if we break down.
Look at you, burning up from the midday sun. Troubled you're cutting out, going one by one. I feel this coming in my bones. All my fingertips, they want to know what it feels like dropping now. Something twitches in the air. Livin Large, Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large, Larry live.
welcome worldwide audience, LivinLargeLarry.com from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings, Montana. From Livin Large Live. And all kinds of blinds and buildings, all kinds of blinds, MT.com quick temperature check, 57, and our detailed forecast is coming up for you. One's Billings Morning News on the way as well around Montana and the region. All kinds of blinds and billings, all kinds of blinds, MT.com for a variety of blinds, vertical blinds, the rooming shades, the mini blinds, and ask about repair as well. All kinds of blinds and window film for security. All kinds of blinds, MT.com. Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook and walk into and find 928 Broadwater and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off. It seems everywhere you look there's values, there's coupons for this, coupons for that. But if you want the true value, get Hometown Values. Get it? Well, it's mailed to your home. Thousands get the Hometown Values magazine, and it is the real size of the magazine. It's not the size of the palm of your hand. And look through it. Practical items, Hometown Values for each section of our area. Hometown Values, Billings and Laurel. It's probably on your counter right now, by the way, or your mailbox. Log on to myhometownvalues.com.
Livin Large, Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large, Larry live.
All kinds of blinds and billings, all kinds of blinds, MT.com. Quick temperature check now at 57. And this will be the coolest day of the week, of the short week. Here, about 80 today, chance of showers and thunderstorms. And a complete forecast coming up. And I'm honored to fill in for Nick Tyler on KGHL Radio, who voted this morning for most of our newscasts. We'll simulcast from LivinLargeLarry.com, also to AM 790 and 94.7 FM this morning. And our forecast from Top Sandwich Company in Billings across from Shopco, off of King Avenue West. And delivery, free delivery, even one sandwich. Try one sandwich delivery and catering at Tops Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings. Between 80 and 90, and I'm looking long range here, the next 5 to 7 days, and the typical afternoon, late afternoon, evening thunder showers, thunderstorms on the forecast through about this next Tuesday anyway. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings brings you our forecast at LivinLargeLarry.com. You can look at an expanded look. Click on the weather tab at the website, LivinLargeLarry.com. Top Sandwich Company, happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. All sandwiches are $5 at that time. Tops Sandwich Company. Big Wolves sponsor for the playoffs coming up on Saturday at Rimlock Auto Arena. Get a new summer look at Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in Billings Heights. $10, 10 minutes, each haircut, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in Billings Heights. A proud supporter of the Billings Wolves. A true coupon book, a coupon magazine. It's actually the size that you can actually read through and see what's offered and see the prices. Practical couponing with Hometown Values Savings Magazine. Maybe you've seen it. It comes through the mail to your house. Don't toss it. There's Hometown Values magazine for each section of Billings and Laurel. Look for Hometown Values Savings Magazine, and which recent issues have been mailed to you. Check them out. Give them a try. Hometown Values. If you have not tried cryotherapy, here in Billings you can now since last July. Cindy Gradfinger, staff at M2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4. If you're an athlete or if you just work out, if you're elderly and have aches and pains, try cryotherapy. If you log into the website, you'll learn a lot about what cryotherapy is all about and how it can help you as well. M2 Cryotherapy in Billings, M2cryo.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
We broadcast from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings next to the Wave Car Wash on King and 29th West. Redline Computer Studios. The show livinlargelarry.com. We're on YouTube this morning, and also the TuneIn smartphone app for your iPhones and Droids. Glad you're here. Thank you for logging on. It was a shot. We appreciate that. All kinds of blinds and buildings. 57 now, not 80 today. News coming up.
Montana lawmakers have rejected an attempt to call a special session next month to raise campaign contribution limits. Secretary of State officials said that of the 94 people who responded to the poll in the legislature, 74 voted against the special session. A group of Republican lawmakers had sought the session to bring Montana's contribution limits in line with those in nearby states or to abolish the limits altogether. A 40-year-old Helena man was killed in a weekend crash near Hauser Dam. Lewis and Clark County officials say Andrew David Seward's vehicle went off Hauser Dam Road early on Saturday, rolled down a steep embankment, and was submerged in Hauser Lake. A memorial service has been planned for the 38-year-old Montana man killed by a bear while biking near Glacier National Park. Forest Service law enforcement officer Brad Treat was mountain biking in the Half Moon Lakes area near West Glacier when the bear attacked. It's the first fatal grizzly attack in northwest Montana since 2001. Gallatin County authorities are searching for a 62-year-old California woman who did not return from a hike at the Yellowstone Club in southwestern Montana in Big Sky. The woman left to hike the Cedar Loop Trail at about noon on Monday and was reported overdue at 6:30 Monday night. Search teams included 2 helicopters began the search on Monday night. More dog teams and Madison County Search and Rescue are joining the search. The Yellowstone Club is a private residential ski and golf community in the Rocky Mountains west of Big Sky, Montana. A state judge has ruled the public can access the Ruby River using a 5-foot easement on either side of the bridge abutments on Sailor Lane, south of Twin Bridges. District Judge Lauren Tucker's decision came in a 12-year battle over an out-of-state landowner's efforts to block access at the site and 2 others. 4 Montana counties have been placed on drought alert with the warnings that conditions could get worse. The counties include Glacier, Teton, Pondera, and the northern portion of Lewis and Clark County. More counties could be added to the list, and some areas could be declared in severe drought, according to officials. Wyoming game wardens are using decoys to trap poachers now. Wyoming Game and Fish Regional Supervisor Scott Werebelow says mule deer and elk decoys allow game wardens to be present at the scene of a crime with no risk to living wildlife. Sports rosters for next Tuesday's All-Star Game in San Diego get announced later on. Fan-elected starters plus pitchers and reserves for the American League and National League teams will be revealed on ESPN. It looks like the Cubs and Red Sox will be well represented based on vote totals from the final balloting updated released last week. The Cubs may very well wind up with the entire starting infield for the National League. Andy Murray will lead the British team in next week's Davis Cup quarterfinal against Serbia, which will be without number 1 ranked Novak Djokovic. Matches will be in Belgrade from July 15th to the 17th. Murray led Britain to the Davis Cup title last year, its first in 79 years.
That's the good news. And sports for you, livinlargelarry.com, the Red Line Computer Studios, West Billings, Montana. And get an extended forecast at our website. Just log on, click on the weather tab, and take you all the way through the rest of the week. It's already midweek this week, thanks to the holiday on Monday, July 4th. Love holidays on Mondays. Hopefully you had a 3-day weekend, and before you know it, the weekend will be here again. All kinds of blinds and buildings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com, and 58, about 80 today. Coolest day of the week today in and around Billings, Montana. All kinds of blinds, mt.com, cellular blinds, looking for vertical blinds or those woven woods. So if you have an idea how to dress up your window, but you need the experts, then talk to All Kinds of Blinds. And for security window film, All Kinds of Blinds has that for you as well. All Kinds of Blinds and Buildings, All Kinds of Blinds, mt.com. And they have a great service area around the metropolitan area of Billings, Montana too. All Kinds of Blinds, mt.com. Red Line Computer Studios off of King and 29th, across from Goodwill, is where we do the show. Livin Large Larry Live. That's Member Gia Livin. Let's log on to livinlargelarry.com and access our YouTube channel there. And also use your smartphones for our TuneIn smartphone app. That's a free download for you. You can catch any part of the show anytime you want. After the YouTube Live portion of the show is done, it becomes our podcast. You can fast forward and rewind to newscasts or weather or interviews, whatever you choose. And podcast 24/7, all at livinlargelarry.com. We'll check and see what's going on around town, around the area. What's going on? What's up? From bighorninspection.com. That's on the way.
Jay Johansson with us, the Athlete's Foot, 3839 Grand Avenue in Billings. The Athlete's Foot, Jay.
We also got the Jordans. I'm talking about the Jordans that everyone's waiting to get. In my store right now, in my case, are the French Blue 12s.
Jay, the Athlete's Foot in Billings is the Jordan King.
Oh, yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. I was just telling another one of your friends that not only we're a hip store that services the community. You got that?
Yeah.
We're a hip, family-owned shoe store that if you just need great shoes, come see us. If you need the best shoes, come see us. If you need the shoes no one else has, and I'm talking no one living large, Larry, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm talking no one in Billings. I'm talking no one in Denver. No one in Minneapolis. No one in Seattle. We got it because my big brother, my owner, Intersport, check them out, largest sporting good company store in the world. They got us the account. We're number one.
I wear the books. I wear the Jordan. My family shops the Athlete's Foot, 3839 Grand Avenue. Jay, thank you very much, sir.
Hey, Livin Large, Larry, keep it up. You need great shoes, you know where to come. 3839 Grand Avenue, the Athlete's Foot.
And the Athlete's Foot on Facebook, too. Don't forget about Facebook. The Athlete's Foot on Facebook.
The Athlete's Foot, Billings MT. Check us out. Peace.
Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook, and the walk-ins you can find 928 Broadwater and Billings, Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off.
Livin Large Larry Live from the Red Line Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry Live.
Week already. LivinLargeLarry.com, the show. Red Line Computer Studios in West Billings, Montana. All kinds of blinds and buildings. Temp check 58. What's happening segments, courtesy of Petrochemical and Refining Inspection, Bighorn Inspection. Check them out at bighorninspection.com. The Movies in the Park with Billings Kiwanis is taking the month of July off. They had a good run in May and June, taking July off. The next Billings Kiwanis movie in the park is August 26th. And save the date, August 26th, for Finding Nemo, family event at the Billings Kiwanis at Rose Park. It's coming up August 26th. It is time now to get your foursome registered for the annual Mulligans for Memories for the Alzheimer's Association through Morningstar Senior Living at Billings. The Golf Scramble coming up on August 12th. It's the third annual Alzheimer's Association Golf Scramble. Mulligans for Memories through Morningstar Senior Living of Billings. All the proceeds benefit the 2016 Walk to End Alzheimer's. The event will happen at Lake Hills Golf Course, Billings Heights, and the deadline to register is July 15th. So you want to get your foursome all signed up between now and the 15th of July for the August 12th event. Talk to Alicia at 690-8687, 406-690-8687, coming up next month. Slide the City back in Billings in September. The largest water slide fun ever seen. Back for the third summer in Billings, Montana. Slide the City. You can search them out on Facebook. Facebook.com/Slide the City, all one word. Slide the City. Their block party coming back to Billings in September. September 24th, 2016, music director Ann Harrigan kicks off the Billings Symphony Orchestra and Chorale season with Just Dance. And you can search them out. Billings Symphony Orchestra and Chorale, again September 24th, kicks off the season this fall. Summer lunch programs continue through the School District 2, and the YMCA has their own program going as well. But the Billings Public Schools summer lunch program at many parks rotate throughout the summer through August 12th. Pioneer Park, Central Park, South, Gordon, Crow, Arrowhead Park, Castle Rock Park, North Park. Those are from noon to 1, Monday through Friday. After the summer school, after school summer lunch programs going on. Relay for Life coming up this Friday, July 8th, Billings West High Track for the American Cancer Society. Relay for Life. Get a little area at the American Cancer Society office, 1903 Central Avenue, July 8th, Billings West High Track for Relay for Life. And if I'm not mistaken, Billings, Wilson County has the 7th or 8th largest Relay for Life in the world each year. It's pretty impressive. Things get going about 5:30 or 6 at the Billings West High Track this coming Friday, July 8th with Relay for Life. And one final, what's happening around the area, the Mustache Dolls Junior Roller Derby League. The girls are having a fundraising car wash coming up this Saturday, starting until about 3 or so. Some dirty vehicles wanted. The Mustache Dolls fundraising car wash is at the Master Lube on King Avenue West. It starts at 11 o'clock Saturday. What's happening around town? What's going on? It is brought to you by Bighorn Inspection, Petrochemical and Refining Inspection, BighornInspection.com. The show is done from the Red Line Computer Studios in West Billings, across from Goodwill off King and 29th. And we are glad you're here. Worldwide audience, by the way. Check us out on the TuneIn smartphone app. We appreciate that. Also, our YouTube channel, getting plenty of hits. You can access all that stuff in one place. Make it easy for you. LivinLargeLarry.com. Again, no G in Livin, Livin, LivinLargeLarry.com. And if you're just clicking on one of our YouTube programs, they're all lined up for you there. You can check out any dates you want, and whether you check out a 3-minute newscast or an 8.5-minute interview. We appreciate that information. Usually around Billings, Montana, eastern Montana, and the region. And we touch on a few national things as well. We try to keep it as local as we possibly can. So thank you for being one of the 1,200 to 1,700 that stream our show worldwide on a monthly basis. I appreciate the loyalty. LivinLargeLarry.com. And more news around the area coming up. LivinLargeLarry.com. All kinds of blinds and Billings. All kinds of blinds. MT.com and 58 now, about 80. Some rain showers today. And later on during this show, Tucker Veldkamp, owner of Tops Sandwich Company, on monthly visit with Tucker Veldkamp. Find out how he's going to help push the Billings Wolves IFL team to a playoff victory with his top sandwiches. Anyway, Tucker will be on the show later on today here from Top Sandwich Company. company. New season, new haircuts. If it's time, I get my haircut every 6 weeks from Jim and Austin's Barber Shop in Billings Heights at 2225 Main Street in the Heights. The best $10 haircut you'll ever have. And Jim and Austin's Barber Shop, they're trained to be barbers. Basic haircut, $10, 10 minutes in and out. Jim and Austin's Barber Shop, 2225 Main in the Billings Heights. Proud supporters of the Billings Wolves for 2016. And like them on Facebook, Jim and Austin's Barber Shop in Billings Heights. Best Coupon Magazine, truly in and around Billings, with an issue for different areas around Billings. Coupons that fit where you live. Hometown Values. Hometown Values Savings Magazine. If you check your mail from time to time, you'll see it. It's going to show up in your mailbox. Hometown Values Savings Magazine. Check out the new Heights edition. Also the newest Billings Laurel edition is out as well. Hometown Values with practical couponing in the magazine. Hometown Values. Another great experience. My wife and I at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4, over the weekend. We go probably twice a month on average, and you can actually enjoy and take advantage of what N2 Cryotherapy is all about twice a day, actually. N2cryo.com. If you've heard us talking about cryotherapy and what it's all about, log on to N2cryo.com for a brief history as to what cryotherapy is all about, and more importantly, what N2 Cryotherapy here in Billings is all about. And Cindy Graff and her crew are very good at servicing athletes in forms of N2 Cryotherapy. Again, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4, N2cryo.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Weather coming up around Eastern Montana. LivinLargeLarry.com, and also a recorded newscast on the way. Simulcast from KGHL Radio this morning. News from Tyler, AM 790 and 94.7 FM all on the way. And our forecast from Top Sandwich Company in Billings across from Shopco, off of King Avenue West, and delivery, free delivery, even one sandwich. Try one sandwich delivery and catering at Tops Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings. Between 80 and 90, and I'm looking long range here, the next 5 to 7 days, and the typical afternoon, late afternoon, evening thunder showers, thunderstorms on the forecast through about this next Tuesday anyway. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings brings you our forecast at LivinLargeLarry.com. You can look at an expanded look. Click on the weather tab at the website, LivinLargeLarry.com. Top Sandwich Company, happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. All sandwiches are $5 at that time. Tops Sandwich Company. Big Wolves sponsor for the playoffs coming up on Saturday at Rimlock Auto Arena.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Montana scams to be aware of. I'm Livin Large Larry, KGHL News. Montana residents are being targeted by scammers claiming to be from the Internal Revenue Service and demanding payment on taxes owed. The FBI has received reports of increased efforts by scammers making unsolicited calls to residents, typically advising them when money is owed. And if payment is not made, the FBI will have them arrested. Federal agencies do not call or email individuals threatening them or demanding money. The 5th annual Get Poked will take place Thursday at Bozeman Fire Station 3 from 10 to 3. In the first 4 years, 267 people donated blood, making it the biggest single-day blood drive in Bozeman. This year, 80 people are expected to donate. Butte Silver Bowl commissioners will soon decide whether to grant their first sizable tax abatement in several years for the planned renovation of the vacant Copper King Hotel. The tax break could saved developers nearly $284,000 in taxes over 5 years. And crews have gotten an early jump on building the new Ben Steele Middle School on Billings West End by following the same blueprint as the new Billings Heights Middle School. The $29.3 million school is slated to be open for the 2017-2018 school year with an initial enrollment of about 650 students. Former Eagles member Don Felder and Montana band The Clintons will headline this year's Harvest Howl in Great Falls. It will be held on Friday, September 9th at the Pacific Steel and Recycling Four Seasons Arena. Legal experts and state officials say a man accused of sexually propositioning a 12-year-old girl after he was freed from prison would not have to be charged to have his probation revoked. A woman alleges Barry Beach made sexual advances on her daughter, but experts say prosecutors must weigh the credibility of the woman who was on probation following the 2012 conviction for felony child endangerment. Sports note, the Mavericks and Dirk Nowitzki have reached an agreement on a 2-year contract that could get the star forward to 20 seasons in Dallas. The agreement would be worth roughly $20 million per season with a player option in the second year. The 38-year-old Nowitzki has averaged 22 points, about 8 rebounds during his NBA career since being taken 9th overall back in the 1998 draft. You're up to date. The 9790 AM and 94.7 FM KGHL News. I'm Livin Large Larry.
And news, livinlargelarry.com, as we utilize ktvq.com, colorate.com, the Billings Gazette, for the most part, for gathering and sourcing some of our news stories. Due to recent hot and dry weather, Yellowstone County Commissioners have imposed Stage 1 fire restrictions for the area. Brad Shoemaker, the county's Disaster and Emergency Service Administrator, recommended the action at a commission meeting on Tuesday morning. Stage 1 is the least restrictive action. It prohibits open campfires and restricts smoking in some areas. Shoemaker said if hot and dry conditions continue, he'll recommend going to Stage 2 restrictions, which could happen within the next month or so. Carbon County has already enacted Stage 1 restrictions several weeks ago. Bright lights, loud booms, and shaking earth might make for a perfect 4th of July evening for friends and family, but for the family pet, it could be a perfect storm for stress. 4th of July weekend. Every year, animal shelters across the country see a large influx of stray pets that fled their homes due to fear brought on by 4th of July fireworks. And Billings staff and volunteers at the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter are hoping to reconnect lost animals with their owners. Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter Executive Director Chris Anderson said that at least a dozen cats and dogs have been turned over to YVAS in the last day or so. Most are believed to be lost pets. If you think you've lost your pet's missing, then contact YVAS 406-294-7387. For 4 hours every night, Stillwater County goes unpatrolled by law enforcement. Stillwater County Sheriff or Undersheriff Chip Kem said that information is not news to local residents in Columbus, but it does leave a hole in nightly coverage that needs to be addressed. The gap in patrol is in the middle of the night when dispatch receives the lowest number of calls. But Kem will bring up the issue again at a budget meeting with county commissioners later this week, where he'll request nearly double the amount of overtime allowance the department currently is afforded. The latest U.S. Census report filed back in 2013 determined that the population of Stillwater County is more than 9,300 people. And Kem said his office is currently allotted $25,000 in overtime pay each year. He's requesting an additional $40,000 in the budget for overtime to close that 4-hour gap. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office, good news, a search was underway in Big Sky for a woman reported missing after she failed to return from a hike on Monday. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office reports the missing hiker near Big Sky was located Tuesday at about 1:15 in the afternoon, and the statement says she was in good health and was transported to the hospital to be checked out. Temperatures dipped into the low 40s overnight, Monday night into Tuesday. That is good news. And that is news. Livin Large Larry. livinlargelarry.com.
All kinds of blinds and Billings. All kinds of blinds at mt.com. 58 now, 80 later, in and around Billings, Montana, that is. And a chance of showers and thunderstorms. This will be the coolest day of the week, if that's important to you. And expanded forecast at livinlargelarry.com. click on the weather tab there.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Replay of segments on livinlargelarry.com on the show from Keystone Mortgage Company here in Billings, purchase, refinance, investment properties, and a brand new place to call home for work. Keystone Mortgage downtown now across from the pub station, 2442 First Avenue North. You can find them on Facebook. Type in the keyword Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. I think you'll love the changes at Keystone Mortgage.
Kay Norris with us with Healthcare Montana, Project Director for Healthcare Montana. First of all, Kay, welcome to the show. Glad you're along with us.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Talk about Project Director and what your job encompasses, if you would.
Sure. So Healthcare Montana is a project that is funded by the United States Department of Labor, and it includes 15 colleges as a consortium, both 2-year and 4-year colleges. And we are looking across the allied health and the nursing programs in the state and redesigning that curriculum so that we can make it more efficient and streamlined so that it will cost less for students to get through, so that they can move from program to program without having to retake courses, and just really streamlining that process so we can get people into the workforce more quickly.
Well, we're getting a hold of you because we have a relationship with Patricia Royce here in Billings at Riverstone Health, and we felt this would be a great topic to discuss on our radio station. So give us some of the purpose and the overview of Healthcare Montana.
Sure. Really, we're trying to put knowledgeable and skilled employees into healthcare career paths and out into the workforce. Because you probably know that Montana and the nation, we're having some fairly serious healthcare workforce shortages, particularly with nursing, as the nurses that are practicing are aging and beginning to retire, and actually the teachers are also aging and beginning to retire. And of course, we've really shifted how healthcare is being offered in this country. So there's a lot of change that's happening. It's very evolving. And in Montana, we're predicting that there's going to be about 1,300 new jobs every year until about 2020. So that's a lot of people for Montana to try to replace. And so streamlining the college pathway allows us to get people out into the workforce more quickly to hopefully fill some of these shortages.
Is it desperate need right now? I mean, I see you're partnered with at least 15 colleges and 200 industry partners already. Should
Yes.
to help.
Yes, and the area health education centers, which are there's 5 regional area health education centers in Montana and 1 state one, and the regional one in the eastern part of the state is there at Riverstone, and that's where Pat Royce works. And Pat is a coach, so one of the things that we're doing, these projects, these USDOL projects, focus on adult learners, so we're targeting veterans, Native Americans, those people who are underemployed or unemployed but are over the age of 18. And so to try to help people get into these career pathways who maybe have never gone to college before,
right.
Or maybe the first in their entire family to ever go to college, we provide coaching services, and that's what Pat does. And she's housed there at the AHEC. We have 5 coaches around the state, and they work regionally. Also at the area health education centers are what we call workforce coordinators, and they are continuously going out to the employers around the state, talking about the project, getting their input. This is really the first time in Montana that healthcare employers and healthcare academics have worked literally side by side to develop curriculum. And so that's a real amazing thing that's happening. So this curriculum that's being developed is, it's meeting industry needs, and the workforce coordinators help us connect with the employers around the state. And so that's one of the things that the Area Health Education Centers do. And so that's a very big part of the project, and they're a major partner. The Department of Labor and Industry here in Montana is also a major partner with us, and they have hired what we are calling apprenticeship coordinators.
All right.
One of the things that's happening in the state is that for the first time we are creating healthcare apprenticeships, like an electrician apprenticeship in that same manner, only focused on healthcare pathways instead of the more labor industry. And that's a big project to get up and running, because there's so many different healthcare careers that you can do an apprenticeship with, and we have to start program by program. So we're excited about that. We now have 18 apprentices in Montana, and before we had none. And now that we're getting that organized, that number is expected to kind of exponentially grow here over the last 2 years of the project.
Kay Norris with us, project director with Healthcare Montana, and with the class of 2016, high school and college graduated. What kind of what kind of money can students expect to make coming out of training?
Well, obviously it depends on the healthcare path that they go into. Right off the top of my head, with the nursing, their salaries will start in the 30,000s, or could even be in the 40,000s, depending on what level of nursing education they have. And a lot of the other allied health programs that are 2-year degrees are easily in the $30,000 range. So, these are very good careers to get into. Plus, there's always room for advancement. So, it's an exciting career to go into, and very stimulating at the same time.
Difference between current results and what are you looking for as to future results?
Of the project itself?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, we still have some more work to do. We've pretty much got the nursing curriculum redesigned. One of the things that we are doing with the practical nurse program is it's actually it will be offered in a distance delivery fashion. So that, and we did this particularly to reach out to our rural residents, so that, for instance, a CNA that's working in a critical access hospital or long-term care facility out in the rural area who would really like to be a practical nurse, but is has family or is tied to that community and doesn't want to have to move away, then they'll be able to advance their career if they are accepted into the program. It's always a very competitive program, so there's that piece of it, and then they can get their degree. They will have to spend a little bit of time on campus, but they would not have to move to the town that the college was in. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're just designing that online, that distance part of it this summer. And the prereqs will start in the fall, and they will be offered in a distance fashion, and then the nursing program the PN will start in the spring, and it will be offered distance. So we're very excited about seeing how, it's going to be a trial and error probably for a little while until we get things all really worked out, and the students will be very much a part of that, helping with what's working and what's not, and so it's pretty exciting, actually. So that's a future thing that we're really looking forward to. And we're still looking across the math courses and across the anatomy and physiology and trying to streamline those from allied health program to the nursing program, so that those courses work for all of the programs. So if someone wants to change from program to program, if they've decided they didn't really want to be a pharmacy tech, but they really would like to be a surgical tech, then they can switch over without having to retake things. Or if they need to change schools for some reason because the schools are working as a consortium, then they can switch from one school to the next and not have to retake things. So it's really, again, about streamlining and making more efficient the 2-year college system.
Was there a grant from the U.S. Department of Labor for Healthcare Montana?
Yes, it's nearly $15 million, and it's over a 4-year period of time. And we are a round 4 grantee. These are the Trade Adjustment Assistance Community College Career Training Grants.
Wow.
And I know that's a mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, and they started back when the economy really, had really gone down. When all back in 2008, when everything started collapsing. These grants started happening, and there's 4 years of them, but then they go for 4 years. So we're round 4, and they are pretty much focused on the 2-year colleges, but their goal is to have employers and colleges work together so that we're creating curriculum in the two-year schools and creating programs in the two-year schools that whatever industry that's out there needs. And so Montana actually has a Round 3 grant also. It's called Rev Up, and it focuses on energy and manufacturing. And so they're working in that arena, and then we're working in Round 4 in the healthcare arena.
All right, Kay Norris with his project director for Healthcare Montana, and give us specifics if people are taking notes on contact details, websites, phone numbers, things like that, if you could, Kay.
Absolutely. We have a website, a very nice website with lots of information on it, and it is healthcaremontana.org. And Montana can be spelled out, or it can be just MT.
Okay.
Either one works. And there's all kinds of information in there, and contact information, our coaches, our workforce coordinators, our transformation specialists. We have a person that's at each one of the colleges that is like a grant coordinator there. So there's lots of contact information there, and that's probably the best place to go. But our main office telephone number is 406-544-4415.
Boy, lots of great information. Kay Norris, project director with Healthcare Montana. Any final closing comments from you?
Just that this is like a really exciting project for Montana. There's a lot of things that are happening that are really good for the state, good for the employers, good for the colleges, good for the students. And so we're just very fortunate to have received this grant and looking forward to continuing implementing it.
Awesome. Pleasure talking with you. Kay Norris, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed.
If you are interested in real estate, learning the current value of your home or property, then call Amber Gustanis with Century 21 Hometown Brokers for a free market analysis. Amber Gustanis, Century 21 Hometown Brokers, 406-690-5902.
All kinds of
All kinds of blinds and buildings, all kinds of blinds at mt.com. Coolest day of our short work week will be today. About 79 to 82 in and around Billings. Expect some afternoon showers, some thunderstorms into the evening off and on as well. Keep track of that for you. And you can check out an expanded forecast on livinlarge.larry.com. Everyone's all kinds of blinds and buildings. Again, temperature check 58. So much needed relief this weekend. We're looking for another dose of chill, if you will, at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, suite number 4. My wife and I pretty much, for the most part, go together each time. And we make it a duo-freeze weekend. Make sure you ask about the duo-free Tuesdays at N2 Cryotherapy for arthritis. If you're an athlete and you've got the aches and pains of working out and you've got a big track meet coming up or a baseball tryout, give N2 Cryotherapy a try at n2cryo.com. Log on, very user-friendly website. Learn more about cryotherapy as an industry, and in particular N2 Cryotherapy in Billings at 805 24th Street West, suite number 4. Also Saturday hours till 2 p.m. Redline Computer Studios, West Billings, across from Goodwill, next to the Wave Car Wash. King 29th West Billings is where the show originates. Live on YouTube at livinlarge.com. Thanks for checking us out on the TuneIn smartphone app as well. Coming up, Tucker Veltkamp, owner of Tops Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings on the way. Smart Strand Forever Clean, the world's toughest carpet, and it is available at Rimrock Flooring on Central Avenue. RimrockFlooringMT.com, as Mark Wilton and his staff are into year number 2 of doing business in the flooring industry in Billings. Rimrock Flooring, RimrockFlooringMT.com. 1440 Central Avenue. Ask about Smart Strand. Swiss Trax Inc. offers a practical and modern alternative to standard concrete and epoxy garage flooring and garage floor tiles as well. Swiss Trax. Look at the samples at Rimrock Flooring in Billings. Get a new summer look at Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in Billings Heights. $10, 10 minutes, each haircut. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in Billings Heights. A proud supporter of the Billings Wolves. All kinds of blinds and buildings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com. It is a quick temperature check of 58, about 80, some showers today. Coolest day of the week is this week. As promised, I've been billing that you'd be here today.
Have you really?
Tucker Veltman, top
Nice. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So Tucker just walked in here and he says, "Hey, how you doing?" You said you're tired.
Yeah, man, I take a couple of days off. I mean, it's been a while. I pretty much always work, so I take a few days off and have a little fun, relax a little bit, and it's tough to come back.
The minute you stop with activity, then you get tired.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, we had the same thing over the 4th of July weekend. We had a house full of company, Carrie's mom and dad. And we did activity after activity. Did some shooting over the weekend,
That
too.
sounds fun.
I don't shoot guns that often.
Yeah, neither do
We
I.
had a
Enjoy it.
gun shooting crew up at 17 Mile out by the BMP motorsports track. And we shot, 20 different kinds of guns.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Knocked me on my ass.
Nice. Yeah.
So we had a lot of
Big
fun.
old bruise right
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, one guy, cause I'm kind of a gun rookie, and one of the professionals says, "Here, try this one." It was some kind of like a machine gun.
Yeah.
And this is having a kid, and he says, "You'll be fine." Whatever. Boom.
Kick.
Step back a little bit.
That's
but-
fun.
All right, Top Sandwich Company, big sponsor of the Billings Wolves. Big game this Saturday night. IFL playoffs. Yeah.
Where'd this Corey guy come from, man?
Corey Murphy.
Yeah.
Jeez, I know. You've had that.
Fourth quarterback this year, but he's a stud.
He's the one that stuck around. He's pulling out the victories and
Yeah,
TDs.
he's good, man.
He's quick. He runs.
He is quick.
He knows what he's doing.
He's a pretty good thrower, too.
He reminds me of Chris Dixon, when he played quarterback for the Outlaws and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, he does. He's a lot like Chris Dixon.
He's a little shorter, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think in his quickness and his determination and his passion,
Yeah, I think he's
just go for the
very
win.
passionate and driven, man.
and you can see.
He plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yep. And during the game, that's okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
actually a really good trait to have
good strategy.
in life or athletics, always keep a chip on your shoulder.
You see that?
Top Sandwich Company, man.
Top Sandwich Company, and we're one sponsor here on the show, and I was talking about your catering. Your catering rates, are they competitive with the Billings area?
Yeah.
Then you offer better services.
Yeah, pretty much right down the road. There's a cheap side, so $6.99 a head, and the high side would be $8.99 a head, or $10.50 as high as we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much right in the ballpark.
How's catering going for Top Sandwich Company?
How's it going?
Is it going good?
Amazing.
Real good.
Yeah. Like I said, when I take a few days off, it's tough to come back busy for sure.
What were you guys doing on your time off?
We went up to Cooney Dam. Yeah, it was fun.
I saw some of your live Facebook feeds.
Yeah.
That was in Colorado, though, wasn't
I've been
it?
doing that a lot.
Was it?
No, that was here.
That was here?
Yeah, I haven't been in Colorado right now.
Yeah, that was. You're getting hooked on the Facebook live feeds.
It's important. It
is. It's great marketing.
Yeah, it is good marketing.
Yeah.
It just keeps you very relevant. So
So what do you find out with tourists when they come to Billings and they stop at Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco? What do they order the out-of-towner for the most part, or?
let me think about that for a second. Right now, that's so real. It's interesting to see with our location. It's really good for tourists right now.
Yeah.
Because normally on the 4th of July, it's pretty dead in town, and you can just expect a terribly slow day. We were open 11 to 3.
Yeah.
We had same sales as a
regular day?
10 to 8 day. Yeah.
Good for you.
We were slammed. Yeah, it was weird. But it's all the travelers, We're in a good location next to all those hotels, so it's cool. We just get a lot of out-of-town people. It's fun talking to those people, too. But, yeah, the sandwich they normally order, typically the Montana. Very common. I think they're like, I'm from Vermont. And
Try the Montana.
I'm enthralled with Montana, so let's try the Montana.
So what's on the Montana?
Roast beef, turkey, ham, provolone. We always try to recommend our cilantro lime ranch. Either that or the basil mayo.
Okay, that sounds good.
Typically it comes with mayo, but we're pretty much to a stage where we always recommend something.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and typically they're down, so it's either basil mayo or cilantro lime ranch, and then lettuce and French roll.
What I don't like about sandwich shops, and you don't do this, is when you walk into a sandwich company, or even any restaurant that you're not familiar with, the menu can be too long. Top Sandwich Company's menu is right on.
It's concise.
Yeah, and that's what you
concise.
need these days.
And I think I told you, but we're working on. I really want to get some monitors up soon.
Yep.
That's gonna be the menu, which is gonna be awesome because it's just flexibility, man.
How are the cookies and chips going?
What's that?
How's the cookies and chips going?
Cookies and chips? Good. Yeah. Those cookies are flying. Have you seen the new ones?
I've had them. I've had them,
Yeah, they're good. Interesting enough, we don't bake them in-house. They're outsourced, but they're delicious.
They are.
They're super good, and they're big, too. They're the big ones.
I won a sandwich from Top Sandwich Company on one of your marketing campaigns on Facebook.
Did you win one?
Through Studio, what was it?
It's crazy. I know all the people win them.
One of the marketing, one of you guys you're working with.
Yeah, Joe Field.
Yeah, he emailed me and.
I know Joe Field for sure. I can't remember the name of his.
Yeah, so I won a sandwich. I won a sandwich from Top Sandwich Company.
You saw the new commercial we came out with, right?
I heard about it. I've not seen it yet. Would you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
We can put that on. We can put it right up on YouTube.
Let's do it.
Get that thing lined up.
I just want to see what Joe Field's coming.
You look up that. I tease a program here coming up.
Sky Point
Studios. That's what it was.
That would have driven me crazy, so I had to look.
Yeah, it's a sleepover. But I went from Sky Point Studios, a Top's sandwich. So I'll be going to get.
All right, you ready for this?
No. Okay, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone here.
I did see this.
Did you? Yeah.
Slow motion, sexy music.
Yeah, I'm working with Levi Adams now. You know him.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How old are you, Tucker? We talked about this before.
27.
Oh, you're
Getting old, man.
No, you've
30.
You have come a long way since you launched Top Sandwich Company. I was going to ask you, when tourists come in that are unfamiliar with Montana or Billings, do they say, so is Top's a franchise?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they in Vermont? No, they're not, but do they ask you if they're...
Yeah, they say, so is this like a small chain or is it pretty big? And I'm like, this is the one and only.
It could be a Tucker Veldkamp chain soon, though.
Yeah, definitely could.
Or your business plan, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's just kind of a timetable. Now we're just kind of waiting it out and seeing. But it's important with the first one. You can get super excited, but it's important to really get your roots stabilized.
You got a business plan.
Well, I do for sure, and a plan for everything, and doesn't always go perfectly.
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
You can only plan it out and make moves to get closer to where you want to be and everything like that.
I'm in the same boat with my little internet show here. It's a business, actually, and the business plan. Yeah, we have one. Yeah. But we've had to stray away from it a couple of times, but that happens.
It's real life,
it is.
It's crazy. You can never draw out.
No.
Just like you can't plan for your life in general. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But not on the sappy note, because we are definitely doing a few of these bad boys for sure.
I'm proud of you guys.
Things are going well, and it's really, especially in this first 6 or 7 months, we've just been pretty much reinvesting to the back of the rolling ball, so it's starting to roll really, really fastly. And that's the goal, is just to get it completely moving, and then it can't be stopped.
Wait till it's a household name, which is getting that way, because your marketing campaign, you are so young that you're innovative. You use a variety of ways to market Top Sandwich Company. I mean, you use internet radio. You don't have to, but you do. I mean, you're talking to maybe 1,200 to 1,700 people a month here on my little show, using TV, using other radio stations in town, which is cool. A lot of, no disrespect, older Americans who are businesses, they're not as open-minded.
I don't even think they try that hard anymore in the marketing realm.
Well, you
really don't. That's one of the nice things, I guess, for people that are in the older business generations. They've been doing it for so long. That's what happens when you stick to something for 10, 20 years. You got a good thing, So I'm trying to, and it is amazing, Larry, that in 6 months we really have catapulted Tops into a major player in Billings for sure, and even a major player on the radar anyways in the state for sure.
Aren't you the 7th top sandwich in
Seventh
Montana?
top sandwich in the state, man.
In the state of Montana?
Yeah.
Not Billings, but the state of Montana.
Yeah, in the state of Montana.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
impressive.
if you go through that list, our picture's by far the best picture.
Once again, marketing top sandwich company.
Yes. Yeah, and it's so funny that, I can't remember who I was talking to, but the coolest part is that we're on the very front page of that article, too. I mean, it's long gone now.
And we talked about your pictures before, too. I mean, you have a great marketing staff and vendors behind you that help push Top Sandwich Company through photos, through TV, through Sky Point Studios. Levi's doing a great job.
Like Jofiel, man, and Levi, of course, but Jofiel just kind of came into my life.
He gets it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's perfect, man. So we're just really cross-promoting, and for him it works out because the pictures of the food go so much further on Facebook than a picture of WordPress or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's
interesting. Content is so important on Facebook.
And if you don't overthink it, you'll be more successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my philosophy when I do my business.
Yeah, that's true for sure. And
so give me a final thought on your thoughts on the Billings Wolves, IFL playoffs, Nebraska this Saturday. We want to film Metro Park. I hear there may be some kind of a tailgate party up top Metro's parking lot.
I had heard that too. Yeah, they're talking about maybe having us cater it.
That's not weird, yeah.
You heard that?
Well, you're one of the sponsors of the Wolves, so...
It's pretty important, yeah. So, yeah, that'd be amazing, because that'd be a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, we'd like to get between 3,000 and 5,000 at Metro Park for probably the lone home playoff game for the season.
That'd be amazing, and I think it's important to pack it out, and it's so important, and I stress this to everybody, it's so important this last game, not just for this in particular, but for next year, momentum going into the next year, financially,
that's what it's all about.
Pride, everything, it's towards going towards next year, you know, so hey, if people complain about not having a sports team in Billings, you better come out. It's a home playoff game.
Good point.
They made the playoffs second year.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
It's one night, just come out.
Yeah, you know, and
it's pretty cool too. I got to be honest. I think they're getting more fun to watch week after week. This last game I really enjoyed. I guess I was on the field, so maybe that's why. But yeah, that last game was really fun.
Yeah.
Defense is just beastly.
I'll be on the field with my red Jordans.
Yes.
Black Jordans.
I like those Jordans.
I have one of the best jobs with the Wolves ever, I think. I see the action. I hear
it looks like so much fun. Hey, where were you sitting anyways the other night?
At the...
Yeah.
Where?
You know how you like go up, you're like, where am I sitting? Oh, and Mark, we're looking everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Mark's like, I can't find him. I was like, yeah, me either.
It was the fan of the game.
Yeah.
The fan of the game. I wandered around. I look at Metro Park's Rimrock Auto Arena the entire game.
Yeah.
And I pinpoint an area where I think the fans of the game are going to be.
Yeah.
And I go around the arena. I don't just say, oh, it's time for that gig. I go up there. No, I wandered around and I spotted this father and a son sitting all by themselves up in like section 39, 3 levels up. They had a great view. I went up there, sat down for about 3 minutes before I introduced myself. They were the fans of the game, and the fans of the game, they were pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
But it was way up there, but they weren't just sitting like bumps in a log. They were cheering the entire game. So they became the fans of the game.
Nice.
So that's awesome. I was way up there. You guys were looking for me?
Yeah, I couldn't find you.
So Mark Burr was running while I was too?
Yeah, he was.
I was doing my job.
Yeah, he was looking around. He's like, well, no, he wasn't like looking like that. He was like, I can't find you.
Because I kept teasing, find me, where am I at?
Yeah.
But I was way up there.
That's what he said. He looked like a little disgruntled about it at first. He was like, Mark.
Yeah, Burr, that's how he is.
Kind of like sneaky, like looking around for you. He just looks over like, I can't find him.
Even my kids couldn't find me. They asked where I was.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, and Devin found me. But you look for my red and black Jordans from the athlete's foot and you'll find me.
Yeah.
But no, that's a fun gig, and I'm looking forward to making my way through 3,000 to 5,000 people. Like you said, it's so important that Saturday, July 9th, you're there. Don't just talk about going. We didn't jack up the ticket prices. No, it's a playoff game. Yeah. There's great seats available. So,
great seats.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can get lower level seats.
Yeah, we can.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's our goal. But Top Sandwich Company has been a great supporter of the Bruins World with their events and activities around town. And I'm simulcasting my newscast today on the show on AM 790 KGHL on 94.7 FM in for Nick Tyler. So I'm pulling like triple duty today. So
Nice.
I want to get you on the show.
Doing it big.
Top Sandwich Company, I always say, across from Shopko off of King. I think that's, it's
perfect.
It's right there across from Shopko.
Perfect.
With your cool-looking patio and stuff.
Heck yeah, it's
The best in the sun, the best shaded patio in Billings. I broadcasted there for you.
Yes, you did.
It's great. If you want to eat outside, today's a great day. Be about 80 or so. But the thing about your patio is you're not getting blinded by the sun when you're out there enjoying it.
Especially around 3 o'clock. Yeah,
which
it's
is pretty
2:30
good.
on. It's beautiful.
Yeah, best patio in town.
And everything.
Top Sandwich Company with a Z.
With a Z.
Across the shop, go Tucker and Feldkamp. Reach your mom and dad. And on YouTube. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sam.
from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large, Larry Live.
Out and about, LivinLargeLarry.com is brought to you by Bighorn Inspection, Petrochemical and Refinery Inspection, BighornInspection.com. A look at what's going on out and about. 38th Annual Summer Fair is coming up July 9th and 10th there in Billings at Veterans Park, 13th Street West in Poly Drive. It's coming up this Saturday and Sunday, July 9th and 10th. Registration is open for the 31st Annual Big Sky State Games. That is next week, July 15th. 16th and 17th in Billings. Over 10,000 athletes will compete in about 36 sports. So you can still register at 406-254-7426 for more information on that. Crow history of the Pryor Mountain Mustang at Chief Plenty-Coup State Park. That event is coming up on July 8th from 1 to 3. It's coming up this Friday at the Chief Plenty-Coup State Park Visitor Center, 1 Edgar Road in Pryor, and that is a free event. Also, Homesteader Days this Friday night, and then the traditional Homesteader Day activities with the fun run beginning at 8:15 on Saturday the 9th. Gates open up at 9 a.m. then with all the food and carnival games for the family and stuff. But Homesteader Days, the concerts, Huntley Project Lions and Lioness Clubs present Aaron Tippin and Blackhawk along with Bucky Weaver Ground Grippers. That's on Friday night. It's coming Friday, July 8th, Homesteader Days out at Huntley Projects. So, Live After 5 this week, Sextones are performing downtown Billings at the Field House. It's on Minnesota Avenue there. It's 2601 Minnesota. The Sextones Live After 5 downtown Billings Alliance. That starts promptly at 5 o'clock. The Billings Wolves, IFL, and they are playoff bound here in Billings Rimrock Auto Arena. That game is coming up against the Nebraska Danger this Saturday evening, July 9th at Rimrock Auto Arena, EFX Sports Field. The IFL Billings Wolves. I hear it's in the planning stages still, but I do hear rumor that there'll be lots of activity up top Metro in the parking lot a couple hours prior to the game, like a big playoff tailgate party up there. The Wolves and the Danger in the playoffs here in Billings again Saturday. It's coming up at 7:05 kickoff, and I'll be your on-field MC for that game. That is what's going on around town. And what's going on out and about is brought to you by Bighorn Inspection, Petrochemical Refinery Inspection. Give them a hit. Log on to BighornInspection.com.
Livin Large, Larry Live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large, Larry Live.
LivinLargeLarry.com as we utilize KTVQ.com, Colorado.com, the Billings Gazette for the most part for gathering and sourcing some of our news stories. Due to recent hot and dry weather, Yellowstone County Commissioners have imposed Stage 1 fire restrictions for the area. Brad Shoemaker, the county's Disaster and Emergency Service Administrator, recommended the action at a commission meeting on Tuesday morning. Stage 1 is the least restrictive action. It prohibits open campfires and restricts smoking in some areas. Shoemaker said if hot and dry conditions continue, he'll recommend going to Stage 2 restrictions, which could happen within the next month or so. Carbon County has already enacted Stage 1 restrictions several weeks ago. Bright lights, loud booms, and shaking earth might make for a perfect 4th of July evening for friends and family, but for the family pet, it could be a perfect storm for stress. 4th of July weekend. Every year, animal shelters across the country see a large influx of stray pets that fled their homes due to fear brought on by 4th of July fireworks. And Billings staff and volunteers at the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter are hoping to reconnect lost animals with their owners. Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter Executive Director Chris Anderson said that at least a dozen cats and dogs have been turned over to YVAS in the last day or so. Most are believed to be lost pets. If you think you've lost your pet, your pet's missing, then contact YVAS 406-294 7387. For 4 hours every night, Stillwater County goes unpatrolled by law enforcement. Stillwater County Sheriff or Undersheriff Chip Kem said that information is not news to local residents in Columbus, but it does leave a hole in nightly coverage that needs to be addressed. The gap in patrol is in the middle of the night when dispatch receives the lowest number of calls. But Kem will bring up the issue again at a budget meeting with county commissioners later this week, where he'll request nearly double the amount of overtime allowance the department currently is afforded. The latest U.S. Census report filed back in 2013 determined that the population of Stillwater County is more than 9,300 people. And Kem said his office is currently allotted $25,000 in overtime pay each year. He's requesting an additional $40,000 in the budget for overtime to close that 4-hour gap. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office, good news, a search was underway in Big Sky for a woman reported missing after she failed to return from a hike on Monday. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office reports the missing hiker near Big Sky was located Tuesday at about 1:15 in the afternoon, and the statement says she was in good health and was transported to the hospital to be checked out. Temperatures dipped into the low 40s overnight, Monday night into Tuesday. That is good news. And that is news. Livin Large Larry. LivinLargeLarry.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry Live.